headed to Kentucky to hang out with some friends. We're gonna have pizza, and of course I will be stopping at the Half Price Book Outlets because I can't resist. But yeah, this time, like normally I skip the nonfiction section because it kind of overwhelms me. I don't know how to look at the used bookstore's nonfiction section, but I'm going to make an effort today because it's Nonfiction November, so fingers crossed that I find something exciting. And yep, I'm also listening to The Secret Life of Trees on the way up, and it is pretty awesome. The first few chapters really made me think of Tolkien. Like, I felt like I was walking through some of his, you know, massive woodlands and Lord of the Rings, all of those books. I just felt like Tolkien and this guy, whoever, I can't remember the author's name for The Secret Life books, but I just felt like they would be huge friends. They just had that affinity for the forest, both of them do, so yeah. Anyway, I will try to get you some pictures of the forest that I'm driving through. They are just gorgeous. The trees are on fire right now. It's the perfect time of year for fall foliage. It's amazing. So beautiful. Look how pretty. I found sociology and current events and memoirs, which looks very promising.
Oh my gosh. Do you see it? Do you see it? I'm so excited right now.
I asked for help, and true crime is located between business and self-help. Who knew? And there's what I want. Yes. I did really well at the used bookstore. I am so happy that I have mastered the nonfiction section at the used bookstore. So what I discovered, at least for this particular used bookstore, is there is, for my interest, there is a social issues section, a memoirs section, a true crime section that is hidden in a weird spot. And then there are U.S. history, world history, and science sections. Unfortunately, I didn't really take advantage of the science and history sections because those were really extensive compared to the other three. And I feel like I need to develop a list of authors by, you know, last name and then book title to look there. Because that's the other thing I found out, is that all of these sections have the books listed by author's last name. So that is actually really good. For some reason I thought that the books were by categories within the categories. So, you know, science would be all like gardening, botany, or, you know, animal, what, you know, like that. And I don't like wading through all the big picture books and textbooks and, you know, to find what I'm looking for, which is more literary fiction, nonfiction, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the fact that it's listed by author, I can go in, like I can start keeping a list of the authors, because I'm not as mentally familiar with the authors' names for the nonfiction pieces. So yeah, so I got it figured out now. I'm very excited. So next time I go, I'm going to focus on that science section. Yeah. But anyway, I got a really pretty decent stack without focusing on the science section. So in the social issues, I'll go ahead and show you my prize, because I already showed you in a little video clip. Can you believe I found Riverine? I was so thrilled. This one you've probably seen on Mercedes' channel, and it's popped up in several places since then. And it's a girl, sort of a memoir, but it's her growing up with this boy next door and coming back as an adult, and he is life imprisonment now. Set in Indiana, so very curious to read this. My dad is actually from Indiana, so I've kind of wanted it for that reason as well. Then I picked up Behind the Beautiful Forevers by Catherine Boo, who is a Pulitzer Prize winner, and I believe this book won the National Book Award. This is set in Mumbai, India, and I believe it's just a horrifically poverty-stricken region right next to a luxury resort, so that'll be interesting for sure, in a gripping, sad way, I'm sure. And then I got Richard Wright's Black Boy, which is a modern American classic. This is an autobiography written in 1945, deals with Jim Crow, so yes, very, very good one. And then I didn't know anything about this one going in. A Long Way Gone, Memoirs of a Boy Soldier by Ishmael Bea. This is, I guess this is a memoir too, but it was in the social issues section. It was kind of hard to distinguish some of those because there was crossover in those two areas. But I just thought this would be really, really awesome after the book I just read, Beasts of No Nation, also a fictional account of boy soldiers. So this is set in Sierra Leone, and he fled from the war at 12. At 13, he was forced into the army and didn't get out until social groups got him out at 16. And so his kind of dealing with mentally leaving that arena. It's very interesting. So these next three are memoirs, and this one, Falling Leaves by Adeline Yin Ma. This one I have seen for several years. It's been on the back of my mind. A memoir of an unwanted Chinese daughter. So she was born in Shanghai in 1937 to a wealthy family, and yeah, I'm very curious to read why she is unwanted. And then I randomly picked up Orange is the New Black because it was 50 cents. Why not? I think we all know what this is. And another super happy find, Why Be Happy When You Could Be Normal by Jeanette Winterson. I know Kendra Winchester has just read this recently and loved it, so totally looking forward to it. It's a girl who was adopted and into a very, very fundamentalist Christian family with some strange cultish bents, I'm thinking. I'm not sure. But it's all about her discovering her sexuality that didn't agree with this Christian family's bents. And yeah, looking forward to this one. She is a renowned author, so hopefully I'll read this and love it and pick up the Oranges book because I kind of want it. It's really pretty cover, and you know I love pretty covers. And then I had one of the workers show me where the true crime section was because I wanted Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, because in my study of nonfiction November I realized that this was a nonfiction writing, and I love narrative nonfiction, so very excited to read this. It's a crime novel set, not a novel, but a nonfiction, set in Savannah, Georgia. And then I was also delighted to find The Monster of Florence by Douglas Preston. I read The Lost City of the Monkey Gods a couple months ago and just adored it, and found out that he's a rather prolific writer, and this is the one of his that I was most interested in reading next. Another true crime, and this one is set in Italy, obviously. So, and then I was at my friend's house and she gave me a couple of books because she's an avid reader too. So I got The Life in 1 Year by Scott Cobb, and this is set in the first year, you know, when dating, first year BC, when Christ was born kind of thing, is the idea behind this. So this is all about life in that area in 1 BC. So it should be a very interesting historical read. And then one fictional book, and that was The Map Maker's War by Ronlin Domingue, sorry. This is a trilogy, so it's I think fantasy fiction, mapmaker, set, and she said it was set in the Middle East, which sounds really super interesting. It's little, so the second and third books had really great ratings on Goodreads, but very small ratings, like only 100 or so people, so I don't know. But anyway, I'll tell you what I think eventually. I'm gonna get to them all eventually, so yeah. I have about an hour left in my Secret Life of Trees, and I just had to stop and show you this. Isn't it so pretty? The Coke box just never gets old, does it? Get him, boo. Get him. Hey, welcome to winter lighting. It's so fabulous. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it's practically pitch black outside. So, but I really wanted to finish up this video, and so I'm just gonna deal with it. I have a little nonfiction haul that I got in the mail yesterday, and I had about 10 or 12 books in my cart, and so I got 5 this time. I'm trying to pace myself. The rest of them are books that I think will either be perfect for Black History Month, or they're coming out as paperbacks this spring, or they're science related, and I think that they're old enough that I can get them at the used bookstore maybe. So that's my plan anyway. But these are the 5 that I got for now. I got Lab Girl by Hope Jaron. I've seen this on several places, and as soon as I saw it, I said, yeah, that's for me. My first degree was in biology, and I taught life science for several years, and I just love biology so much. And then the next one is The Chrysanthemum and the Sword by Ruth Benedict. This one, I've read a couple of Japanese fiction pieces recently. So I read The Tale for the Time Being and The Devil of Nanking, and really enjoyed the history and culture in both of those. They were very interesting in that regard. So The Devil of Nanking, the author Mo Hader actually recommended this one, so I wanted to get it and read more. And then I'm really enjoying my Amy Tan, it's like a memoir / essay collection, and so I'm loving it so much. I'm reading it right now that I went ahead and got her new book, which is Where the Past Begins. This one just released last month, so it is shiny and new, hot off the press. And then these other 2 I have seen recommended recently on BookTube. So Barefoot Jen by Kaiji Nakazawa. This one I saw on a new channel I've started watching, rmfickfack. I'll link her below. She reads a nice variety, but she was reading this one, and it's a graphic novel on Hiroshima, so I thought that would be really interesting. You know, I like my historical fiction / graphic novels. And then the other one I saw on Mel's channel, Red Rosa. She really liked this one a lot, so I thought that I would give it a whirl. Yep. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you are having a fabulous nonfiction November. Keep it up. It's so awesome. Yes, I'm loving it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye. What's going on in there?